From an early stage, Tom and I had talked about the kind of photographic templates or signatures of each of the three sections of the film.
There were things I had to consider. Of course, we couldn't get confused. Which world are we in? And so in terms of grading, in terms of color, in terms of light, they had to look different, they had to feel different. Yet at the same time, I wanted the film to have a cohesive look.
How do you make Tom Ford more beautiful? I guess you just add Seamus to the equation. You know, every shot that we've gotten has been glorious.
We'd always seen Susan's world as having a photographic symmetry and an absence of very vivid color.
Susan's world is very cold, so the color tones are cooler. They're bluer. Her life is a bit desaturated, except when there is color, it's garish. It's harsh against the desaturated nature of her world. When we have flashbacks, they're warmer because they're richer for Susan. There's passion, there's something that she feels, and that's magnified through 20 years. The inner novel is also highly saturated and gritty, and the light is a little more harsh. It's either strong sunlight or it's the light from one bulb. So that also has a different feel.
We're very lucky to be shooting on film. So when we want to, we can push the granularity of the image, and that gives it real teeth, which I think is useful for that section of the story.
I'm worried about you. Just look at me for a second. Look at me.
I worked with Ariane Phillips on A Single Man, and I worked with Ariane Phillips on Nocturnal Animals. I think she's an incredible costume designer.
Costumes really are about creating character and setting often many subtle cues, story cues, for tone and place and emotion, as well as hints to the backstory or an interior life that a character has. One of the great things about working with Tom is that Tom is extremely detail-oriented, which is fantastic for me when it comes to costumes.
I can safely say I've never had a more beautiful wardrobe in any film I've ever done. The pieces were extremely well thought out and beautifully tailored.
Not only am I wearing Tom Ford design clothes, I'm actually wearing some of Tom Ford's own personal things. These studs are actually Tom's own. So they're sewn into the shirt because everyone is so scared of losing them.
I think Tom likes to use some of his personal things in some of his films. He literally puts himself into each of these characters. And I think because of that, it becomes so personal and it becomes so emotional. It really pays off because you feel the detail and everything has been meticulously figured out.
Because it's so clear in my mind, of course I'm very hands-on because I have a very clear vision in my head of what it should be.
It's really nice working with a director with such a finely tuned sense of taste as Tom is. I mean, he's a genius, and famously in that regard, and it really shows in this film.
Nothing in my life is as beautiful as the world that Tom creates.